Noon the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith. Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night. 'Cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning, I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And Odie, couldn't you just for the sake, since a flur is in the air, wear a long sleeve shirt?
Well, it's not snowing out there. I've got a long sleeve, long handle out there in the truck just in case. But I wore my one long sleeve yesterday.
Hadn't you ever heard of wearing something twice?
Well, I've got another one that I'll wear tomorrow. It says 12 degrees.
Well, you know, I've got several shirts of the same kind. Dead serious. It's like I find a color I like, I'll buy 5 of them that color.
Well, you know, I've grown on this one right here.
It looks like snowflakes.
Give me a couple of them. It does. Matches today. I saw 3 little flurries, or that could have been what it was.
A flur, or
yeah, 3 different individual flurs.
There you go. Boy, we have a lot of schools that are out. We're going to go over all the schools, the businesses that are either closed or delayed today, and due to the fact, and let me say this on behalf of a lot of people who are saying, well, there's not going to be accumulation, why are they closing? The chance that something were to stick at the temperatures we got at 26, it would be havoc, and, well, kids' lives are worth a whole lot. Your life is worth a lot.
Yeah.
So extra precaution.
And there was an issue at the school yesterday with some water pipes. No kids were there yesterday. They were able to try and get that fixed. But with these frigid temperatures, you know, the worst thing in the world is you get all these kids to school and then find out you have no water.
Yeah, that don't work good.
So that's not good. So that was another. You have to think about all of this stuff combined to make it safe. This is not going to be a makeup day. So not having to worry about an extending school year any, because it's not going to.
You know, a lot of people will see this. Let me pull this up. This is Love's truck stop, the fire that just happened a few moments ago. A lot of people will view this as a fire. I look at that as great deer stand material.
There's a discount going on
That's
right
what I'm
now.
talking about. A little charred.
A little charred. It's caused by brakes overheating. Don't know if he was somebody in front of him riding brakes, caused him to ride brakes, whatever else. Brakes overheated, caught on fire. That tire caught on fire and then caused his load to catch on fire.
Now, I'm not a Lowe's estimator, but let's just guess. What do you think that load of lumber?
Well, you know, you're talking what they pay, probably $3 a stick. You know, how many sticks you got there ruined?
Odie, the last 2 before I was paying, and I know they've gone down, but I paid $7 a piece when I built my little studio, put the wall.
Yeah, so we're paying $5. They may be paying $2.50. You know, a stick.
That's probably $500,000. Just go ahead and call it.
Yeah. They
especially in California.
Their insurance went up.
Ooh, boy.
Which is our insurance. That's how it works.
Yeah, we do hate that happened there, but you know the important thing is it was near fuel pumps. It was put out quick. That could have turned into something else quickly, and it was not. So that's good news.
I sent a message to my daughter-in-law's mother yesterday down in Robertsdale, and I said, hey, if you would, could you take me a picture of a snowman that you make and send up here? We're not getting any snow up north of y'all. And she was like, is this not unbelievable? She said, everything down here is shut down because of snow, and here y'all are north of us not getting anything.
Ain't it funny how that works?
You know, I was like, yeah, that's crazy. But this, this snow path, I was going to say storm, but this snow path is kind of going around Meridian, and it's looking like some of these paths that our tornadoes take. They kind of come towards us and then go around us. And if it takes us missing snow to have tornadoes miss us, I'm all for that.
I agree with you on that there. So we got a flur just sent in from Maple's One Stop, 31st Chevron. Let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can add this one to our post there that we put up a little bit ago that had some snow flurries that we're showing in Meridian. Let me see if I can do that, Odie. I'm going to try.
Look at this. I'm talking about. This is live TV.
It don't get no different. we just do it to it as we go.
That's it. I mean, it's live. It's local, and
almost
information coming straight to you. Oh, I think I saw a slew of them.
Listen. I think I'm going to be able to pull this off.
Listen, y'all got to see this.
31st. I'm going to just put it as 31st since we're tight on time here.
Yeah.
All right.
This is neat.
This is, let's go to this picture here. Now, this is near, let's blow this up here. This is, stay on page. It didn't, for some reason, right there. That's 14.
The Chevron there. Did you say it was 31st or 29th Avenue? And
here's Russell.
Interstate?
Yeah, for some reason it didn't say that it took it. And then I never did. This is Louisiana is where this one's from.
Yeah, down south of us.
Right. I'm going to find out why it didn't take that picture that I just posted on there, Odie.
Yeah.
Let's hit enter again. Oh, wait a minute. It's coming now.
Something's a thinking. That little blue line is...
You have to hit enter. It's just amazing how that works for stuff to stick. It is thinking, so we'll come back to that in a minute.
There it is. You know, we used to have the hourglass that would flip upside down, and now we've got that blue circle that spins.
It's right there on that blue car. You can see it, 31st Avenue. And again, go get a measuring stick and run down there.
See how deep this is going to be. I mean, we've shut everything down. This has got to get deep. I'm making light of it. I know. That's what everybody's doing.
Here's Louisiana, Nacogdoches, Louisiana.
Might not be much, but that's measurable.
Boy, that's like major snowstorm in Meridian.
I mean, a whole quarter-inch going on right
Yes, sir. Beautiful, though. We all love snow. We're fascinated by it here in the South. Our friends up north, Washington, watching from Montana and Wyoming, aren't as impressed with it as we are.
They're tired of it.
Can't blame them.
I can't neither.
One of the things that we're going to show you this morning is from Washington, D.C., the guy that I've had up there doing reports for us. Odie, a bunch of them waited to get into an event, and a bunch of them piled up at like 2 or 3 in the morning to go to it.
Yeah.
And then when it came time to go in, they said, you can't bring nothing with you. And when they said nothing, they meant including your purse. And people were, to get in, were having to leave everything outside because of the threat.
Wow.
They have security. You can't bring nothing. And so the guy was going, look, he said, people are just coming by taking what they want because it's on the street.
For a nominal fee, I will watch your stuff.
Put it here.
Make me a pile and I'll stand guard.
Yep. We'll be right back as this morning begins. It's already 10 minutes after. We're going to go over closings next. We just had another school added while we were talking. We'll go over those next here at the Scotty Ray Report. J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies,
Safety, service, satisfaction.
And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. Again, get those birthdays. I'm starting to see a few of those pop in today.
We're getting a few coming in.
If you're still getting along with your spouse and you have an anniversary, we'd love to hear about that also.
As long as you know how long you've been together.
Yes, sir.
You got
need all of that.
You got to add that together.
As I mentioned, there's a lot of closings today, and if you haven't gotten yours to us yet, many ways to do it. Email, or you can send it inbox on Facebook, put it in the comments. We'll do our best to grab that and put it on here also. We're going to go over the list now. And then again, if you don't hear something, you know for sure that it's closed or something, let us know.
Yeah.
Let's go to ScottyRayReport.com. You can go there and look at this anytime you want. We put our headlines and things on there as well. Odie, I just feel like you're staring at me in that picture.
Yeah, I'm just looking right at you. That is a good picture up there.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Julia had to get her shoes cleaned after that.
Yeah, we all had to. We won't say what was behind that fence over there.
Yeah, we'll say it's been visited.
Have mercy. Yeah. As we do this, let's start. MCC is closed today. UWA in Livingston closed. Jones Junior College, East Central Community College, East Mississippi Community College at Scuba, William Carey College, Wayne County Schools today and tomorrow, Wayne Academy today and tomorrow, Laurel School District today and tomorrow, Jones County today and tomorrow. Retina Specialist of Mississippi closed today. MSU Meridian operations closed today, remote. Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians, their tribal offices, Choctaw Tribal Schools, and early childhood centers all closed today.
Casino's open.
Yes, sir. Yes, I think you can get there.
I think you can get there.
They'll let you in. East Mississippi Oral and Facial Surgery closed. Meridian Classical Center for Learning. Muna Federal Credit Union closed. Enterprise School closed today. Lauderdale County Schools, this was updated about what time this morning?
Yeah, about 5 o'clock this morning. It was originally going to be a 10 o'clock start, but then they changed that, went ahead and closed the whole school.
Meridian, as I now see that has a spelling area that we'll fix error. We'll fix that in a little bit. Meridian.
Y'all know where Marion is.
Yeah. Warren. You say it real fast, and it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Meridian Public Schools closed today. Russell Christian Academy, this includes pre-K and Potter's Wheel, is closed today. Quitman School District today and tomorrow. Kemper Academy closed today. Newton Municipal School District, Newton County closed today. Leake Academy closed today. Sumter County, Alabama today and tomorrow. Choctaw County, Alabama Public Schools closed today. Rankin County out to our west closed today. To our south, East Jasper School District closed today. Anchor Christian Academy closed. Douglas Orthodontics closed. Poplar Springs United Methodist Day School closed. Philadelphia Public Schools closed. Embrace Counseling, Dreams Come True Child Care Center closed. Charles L. Young Center closed. Wesley House is closed. The Red Hot Diner. Oh, the judge is going to be out there a little bit later, isn't he?
Judge, don't go out there. Go back to Sam's. You're close to the door there at Sam's.
Judge T will be helping open the doors at noon today.
Yeah.
First Mississippi Federal Credit Union will have a opening at 12 in Lauderdale County, but will be closed, Odie, in the Quitman branch there in Clark County.
Okay.
Neshoba County was just added, and also Union Public Schools have been added to the closed list. Daddy's Hands Daycare this morning was closed. The City of Meridian offices delayed opening of about 10 a.m.
Yep.
We seem to spell Meridian right there. Highland CDC is open today. Poplar Springs Drive Baptist Church closed. And we just got word that Lamar is also closed today. Now,
what we didn't see was Lauderdale County government offices. They are open today. There's a Board of Supervisors meeting. Also, there's court, and if you got a jury summons, you shall appear today. So, if you are Lauderdale County government employee, you got to go to work. If you want to go attend the board meeting, it's going to be starting there at 9 a.m. in the boardroom. And if you're a juror, courts are going, and if I was you, I would take a chance to get there.
Who do they send? Jerome Lee, or do they send Chris Cokel to come get you?
You know, I'm not sure which one.
Somebody coming.
You don't want to ride with them, no matter who it is. Just, go on down there. You got plenty of time. And we're Facebook, we're YouTube, so you can carry us with you.
That's absolutely right.
You know, but yeah,
some
make it
reason
there.
they don't like you to watch us in jail. I hadn't.
Yeah.
figured.
And don't use us in the courtroom. They might not like that either, unless you got earbuds.
And they're real touchy about wearing your
Yeah.
cowboy hat in there too.
Yeah, they don't like that there. Because you leave out at the door, you don't even own a cow.
Let's go to radar and look at what we've got going on here. Here's what the weather is doing, Odie, is we see some flurs in northern Lauderdale County, up in Scuba. Look at that. Some flurs there as well. Philadelphia should be getting some, especially in the south, around the Neshoba County Fairgrounds, coming out of Carthage. We're starting to see them around Union, northeast of Farson. Even downtown Newton now should have some flurs going on. But again, they're flurs. This is not this big stuff that's going to be down here later.
And that is what you're seeing on that radar, excuse me, is 6,000 to 8,000 feet above us. And if you look on radar and it says there's snow, there may be 6,000 to 8,000 feet, but it's not making it down to us.
Correct.
So,
and yes,
yeah.
Walmart and Dollar General's great places.
Don't
like
forget
that.
Waffle House. Waffle House.
We got to have that open too.
Waffle House, well, I can't say Waffle House won't ever shut down. Our preacher told us that as long as a Waffle House is open, God's home will be open. And COVID came, and it was like, oh, we got a problem now.
Waffle House was shut down.
Waffle House closed.
Speaking of, I don't know if everybody saw that. There was a swipe of a pen that said, you got to go to work today. And there was a lot of upset people. I didn't realize there were so many people that have not returned to work. It's long gone. And they just really didn't want to return to an office. And with a swipe of a pen, they got to be there. And they're mad.
Well, you know,
some of them probably aren't going to have a job very long.
Probably not. Well, I tell you what, I like this government says if you're military and you don't take the vaccine, you're out. Well, they just got reinstated yesterday.
With back pay.
With back pay.
That makes you feel good.
Yeah, you've put in all your time to serve this country, and your country's stomped on you.
Okay, we just got in Newton County Academy is also closed, Odie. Just got that.
Generals?
I checked there several times, and that just came about there.
So good deal. If you're Newton, you're not left out. Newton County Academy, you are off today.
Home of the Generals, they're there. But there are a lot of. I don't know if everybody else watched like I did.
Barbara Henson. We haven't heard from Barbara Henson. So if you know of Barbara Henson Daycare, let us know so we can get that out.
Did you watch it where everybody gathered in the room and he was just signing? What's this one for? Oh, yeah, sure. Let me do that. That was entertainment.
Man.
Enjoyed it. And one of the, and I'll have to find the quote, and we hadn't seen this in quite some time, to where a reporter could ask a question. It's kind of like being at a press conference in Meridian for the past 4 years. You can't ask questions, and they just stare at you if you ask something. But as Trump was doing this, reporters were just, and he was answering freely.
You mean, so he didn't have a one of them glasses that tell you what to say over?
No, he sure didn't. And somebody asked him, do you think the ceasefire is going to continue? He said, maybe not. He goes, but it's not my war. Point blank, and that is the correct answer. It's not. All foreign aid.
May end that war.
Did you see this? All foreign aid has been halted for 90 days until we can work out as to who really should get this stuff.
I say victims of North Carolina, South Carolina. I say even victims of California. But you've got to have some stipulations and say, look, we're going to help y'all through this. But y'all have got to do something to help yourself, and you've got to clean up your forest.
But yes, all those got to take place. But y'all think about this. Now, again, most of us watching this morning are in our warm homes. Most of us are. Some of us have a crack in the window there, and you get a little bit coming around, and you can put your towel around it.
Yeah.
And I say that jokingly. But, folks, there's people of our own in North Carolina that were taxpayers that to where in the past when we go help other countries over and over, and when it happened on our own homeland, we failed. And that was brought up to attention. J.D. Vance's first job is to take care of them. I think he's been tasked with that. And we should then and simultaneously help our people in California. They're Americans. They need a place. We need to help. And
Yes.
that's what we do, is take care of our own first, America first, and then we're going to get into who's all upset about the border here in a minute.
Well, I mean, we're sitting here, we're closing stuff down because it's cold. There's people in North Carolina dealing with snow outside their tent, and all they have is a little buddy heater to try and keep them warm, and what little clothes that they own now, because I tell you what, people around here stood up and showed out when it come to putting supplies together to send them, and as well the whole country. But while we're inside in our heated homes, let's think of those.
Oh, I'm telling you, it breaks my heart.
Living in that tent.
It's cold. It's cold. We got a lot to talk about what has gone on. I was looking for a picture, and I know I got it, because today down in Texas, it looks really different at a little place there where there's the fence.
Yeah.
There's people standing there dressed in U.S. military outfits, and it says you can't enter. Ain't nothing happening. No one's crossing over.
There's a door right down here. If you want to knock on it and you have the proper paperwork, we'll let you in.
Then the president of Mexico was mumbling. You remember what he had in there? If you're trying to get in here, you got to stay in Mexico. He goes, yep, you're going back. She mumbled. I think there's going to be a little bit of an argument. She's got a little lip about her. Well, and he goes, no way. Get it. We're going to talk about all that. We've seen some funny things happen over the last little bit. The golden age of America. That's what we're being told. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of your old car being a dud? Well, come into Kia Meridian, where we're giving up to $3,000 over KBB for your trade-in. We have interest rates as low as 0.9% and up to $3,000 in rebates. Come in at the Kia Meridian and drive off in a new car and a new you for the new year. Come see us.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing, or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. You're getting a word of a possible accident?
Yeah, Harv Chatham Road. We've got a car that has flipped over and is upside down out towards Causeyville. I started looking. Somebody said, what about his a fire in between Newton and Lauderdale? We don't know. Haven't heard about that yet.
If you do have any information, please let us know so we can pass that along. Now, I've seen several comments, and I'll go ahead and address this because I went back and I watched it to make sure I knew what I was talking about. The Bible incident yesterday. Did Trump have his hand on the Bible when he was sworn in? He did not. The Chief Justice, I forget which one, started it, Melania. Did I say that right?
Melania
had not gotten up there yet with the Bibles. Donald Trump at that point was probably thrown off a little bit, and he had his right hand up, and his left hand never went there because she was not there with him. They did the aerial view, went back and showed all this, and that did happen. And it was Abraham Lincoln's Bible and his Bible that he was going to be sworn in with. But again, he did not make it there because she did not get it. Justice Roberts. But go back, there's a lot of video footage of it. What you got?
We're getting reports now that the fella has jumped out of the car. He's trying to flip it over so he can drive off.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Is he turned green yet? And
It must be a little bitty car.
take a lot to flip a car back over.
Oh, me, yeah, I tell you. But somebody else said, Arnold, it was his his own King James. He used 2 of them, and one of them was the Bible that his mama gave him.
Correct.
Yep.
But again, that is truthfully what happened there. Is anybody stopping to help him flip his car back over to get there before the police get there?
That's a good question.
I would assume that's why he wants to get out. Well,
Yeah.
If you were in that situation trying to get away, would you unscrew your tag and run with it too?
No, because there's a VIN number on the car. They know who it belongs to.
Yeah, well,
So
little
you're
things that I
just-
forgot.
You're just stuck. But we are getting the grass in the median near Hickory exit was on fire, but is now out. So I guess that's another one of our roving reporters that's headed to Jackson. Maybe it's early for her to be on.
What happens, Odie, when you get busted? And I don't know how many millions. And when I tell you millions, I don't know how many it was yesterday. Watched, and you get caught looking at another woman with your wife standing next to you. And it wasn't, because I've watched it over and over. It was like, oh my gosh, is what it was. And I don't blame him, because the guy that owns Amazon, his wife showed up dressed like, let me think of the word. Lizard is coming to mind. You know,
Was it one of them prints or?
no, you don't show up in an inauguration with your blouse undone and your fancy Victoria's
Showing off what he bought her.
So the head, correct, the head of Facebook is busted. Looking at it going.
That dude in the back, he was scratching his head, isn't he?
This is the guy that owns Amazon. This is his wife, Jeff Bezos, and I can't think of her name. But this is straight from. I've watched the video too, but here's a still picture of it. That's Mark Zuckerberg, who owns Facebook. Lauren Sanchez is her name, but she showed up wearing that. And I've got a better picture of it that shows and we probably shouldn't show it because it would make people drop their phones but even he couldn't resist to think, why are you doing that?
I'd have to turn around and say, if you would you please leave? This is not the proper.
Because Odie would have leaned over to me and goes, will you look at this?
Hey man, look at my watch.
Seriously, why would she do that? That was a very elegant event. Is that one of those that's all about me?
She thought it was the MTV award.
And Michelle, I gotta agree with you what she just said. And I listened to what's her name with the blonde hair that used to be on Fox, Megyn Kelly.
Yeah.
And she said the H word. She said she was dressed like a H. And she just put it right on out there.
Robin said it was a lot lizard.
You can use that word also.
That's it. Terry, you're right. Just plain old, straight up, inappropriate.
I've seen a lot of things in that, and is promiscuous? Is that the word?
Promiscuous? Yeah.
I always wanted to try and use that word in a sentence, and that was my first time.
There it was. Look at it. You did pretty good.
We just slipped right on in there.
Yeah, we'll see what if Zuckerberg changes his status on Facebook after that picture.
I bet y'all know it as well as I do. He got a earful when he got home.
I bet he hadn't got that took down yet.
Fact check.
It was.
And Rusty, you're probably right on that. It doesn't matter in life how much money you have. You can still be trash.
Yeah.
Unbutton 2 snaps, boys. It was like she was wearing one of those pearl snap shirts. So bless her heart, that did happen there at the thing. Now, I got to agree with Elon on this. I don't listen to it very much, but I do know that they lean very liberal, and it's your tax dollars. You may love liberalism and that way of thinking, but I also think that if it's taxpayer funded, it needs to be down the middle. If it is, whether you listen, you could be Republican, you could be a Democrat, and you could be an independent. So if the government pays for it, it ought to be right there in the middle. Everybody listen to it.
Well,
but PRN, do you know what I'm talking about?
on us. Yeah.
Public Radio Network, which is, I'm not going to get excited. It's 3 minutes after the hour. They never get excited about anything. The tone never changes.
NPR.
This is, they put a headline up, referred to Trump being an elected convicted felon, was the headline on NPR. And
here's a convicted felon from being wrongfully accused of everything in the world. But yet all of y'all that's sitting there complaining about this, is doing high and might to a guy who goes, you know, I'm going to pardon everybody I know because, well, they might do something or they might have, but I'm going to pardon them. And they've never been convicted of a single thing. This
and that's
man
true.
was falsely accused.
But the point here, and this all ties together, this is taxpayer funded.
Yes.
And as Elon put it, your tax dollars should not pay for this. Now, the other people that have done things, they can run their mouth, but that's taxpayer funded money, PRN is.
Yeah.
Period. Now, as to what you said, and I have never, I don't know if you caught it, right before he was going to be sworn in, somebody leaned to his ear, and I'm almost certain they told him he just put out another pardon for his entire family. I think that's the moment that he knew something was going on. The entire Biden family is scot-free now, I think.
Well, now, there's some caveat to that. But when you pardon your whole family and everything else, you know you've done wrong. You know you've done wrong when you give a pardon out to your entire family.
Something ain't right, is it?
Once you pardon someone, you know they can ask them a question and they have to tell the truth, and there's nothing that can be done. Yes, I did that, but yes, he did too. You can't get in trouble, but whoever you just pointed the finger at, like Daddy Warbucks there, he could have gotten in trouble. But now he's pardoned everybody with a blanket. I don't see that standing up in the Supreme Court. You can't pardon someone from a crime that they have never even been convicted of.
This is how serious he is. This Miley guy, the guy that was over the withdrawal of Afghan troops, to which Trump had said during his campaign that he would hold those accountable. It was a risk the way it was done. At the Pentagon today, whoever is the Joint Chief of Staff, their picture is always hung. Mm-hmm. Guess what ain't there no more? ABC News putting that up there. That's the portrait removed. There it is. Gone.
Bye-bye.
It's off the wall, and no one seems to know where it is.
Well, you know, it is cold. They might have kept warm.
File 13, Odie.
Yeah, there's some places or people that you just don't keep history of, and that'd be one of them.
That was there was some people that died because of this. We left millions upon millions of dollars worth of equipment that fell into the wrong hands with that withdrawal. Maybe it was time to go, but it wasn't handled in the right fashion.
The correct way.
So we're going to find out what becomes of this. Will there be people charged for this? Probably an investigation going with this. And yes, Benny Thompson did get a pardon from Mississippi Terry. We saw that along with what's her Liz. She got one also.
Liz Cheney got one, but somebody did say it. Biden didn't get one.
I doubt
he can't pardon himself.
You can't pardon yourself?
I don't think so.
Okay, well.
And again, there you go.
You're right, because Richard Nixon would have done himself. That makes sense.
Everybody can point the finger and say, "Big boy," or what they call him, the big guy. The big guy did it. Who's the big guy? That's him right there. But look at him. He needs to be held responsible for what he's done. Do you put Biden in prison? No.
That's not
Biden's health is not. Biden needs to be in a place with his family where he can live the rest of his life in peace. He's not doing good, and I feel sorry for him.
It would be
the
people that were handling him. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yes. Like you said yesterday, somebody asked him about this order that he signed, and he said, "Oh, well, I never signed any of that."
And I mean this. Biden is probably one of those you'd have a great conversation with. He's one of those that you could probably get along with very easily. Maybe back in his day he was pretty tough, but when he took president, he was really a different man, and was led and influenced, and most likely. And any president normally has a chief of staff and people that you trust, and they bring you things. If it makes your desk, you believe it.
Yeah,
you go with it. Some people abuse that power, I believe.
They do, and they took advantage of his mental capacity right now. Like I said, I mean, he's on my prayer list.
And Michelle's got a good point there. Do you charge somebody like that with elder abuse when they do something?
I mean, that goes right along with it. Yeah, because what they did to him was wrong.
Now, another point before we go to commercials here, I want to point out, and I mentioned it yesterday for a brief moment. Those 51 people, when that old boy picked up his phone, and he's sitting at his work table. He owned his own little business there. He worked on computers, and he pops it open, turns it on, and goes, oh. And he calls a federal agency and goes, look, I think I got something y'all should see. They mocked this man. He ended up losing his business, everything he had. And every bit of it turned true. But there was something that happened. It was 51 people within the administration that worked for the CIA and different agencies that said, oh, no, that is not true, and signed a letter stating that nothing on that computer was true. Every one of those, the moment that he took office, their security clearance was taken away from them, and they can no longer see classified information from the United States of America. And, and I didn't realize that for the longest, once you're in office, you have this clearance to where you can go back and see all this stuff.
Oh, that's true.
It's been revoked. They cannot see this stuff anymore, and it should be. That was a flat-out lie. It was politically motivated.
Yes, it was.
Shame, shame.
So I just got a text, and it says if we're going to talk about inappropriate clothing, there's one person that we don't need to leave out.
And who would that be?
That would be Fetterman.
Who? Oh,
Fetterman.
yeah. He's
shows up to do the government's work
in a hoodie,
in a sweatsuit, in shorts. This is a professionalism. It should be approached as respect and professionalism, and you dress in a suit, you dress in nice attire. It's a business, and you show up in street clothes, worse than street clothes. Man, disgrace right there. 100%
it is
disgrace. I don't care what party you're with. Disgrace.
And again, he's been leaning very Republican. He may be a Democrat, but he still shouldn't do that.
If you want to come to Republican, come on. But you better straighten your attire up. That's wrong.
Maybe she's trying to get appointed to a position and thought that may help. I don't really know.
I ain't no tell.
We'll be right back. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we all sit back and reflect on what we saw yesterday as the 47th President of the United States was sworn in. What a speech. It didn't go off track. It was clear. The golden age of America is here. It's going to be good for whoever you are that live in the United States, but you got to be a United States citizen. And I don't know if you caught it. Starting today, there are two types in the United States of America.
A male and a female, and if you don't understand that, we'll say that it's an innie and an outie.
He made that statement yesterday. Also, an executive order. I don't know if everybody's aware of this. He revoked the Biden era allowing a transgender to serve in the military. That's over. And that has been revoked from the United States White House.
What's that fella's name? I'm going to say fella because he's a fella. He was born a fella. He's still a fella. And he wears a dress. And he's in
the Republican guy, Chris Jenner? Chris Jenner?
No,
I don't know him.
No. This is a guy that's in the military. I mean, if you want to do that privately, that's y'all. I mean, y'all go for it. If you was a man and you're now a woman, you still have male traits. You're a male. You shall not compete in a woman's sport.
Do you see this, as you mentioned sport there, do you see this now being probably a federal mandate coming down? This question that we've had in schools of who can do what?
This guy couldn't outswim another fella to save his life, so he tucked everything in and said he was a woman and went and won a championship. And was it Florida that turned around and stripped everything from him and said, no. You can't be a man and compete in a woman's sport.
And that's what this whole thing is about there. You can't, and we've had this, and seriously, y'all, we've seen this in prison, to where somebody pretends to be a woman and is a man and goes to a female prison and then impregnates females from there. I've seen it. There's been many a story of that.
Yeah.
It's either you is or you ain't.
That's right.
And so that's what become of that yesterday. We thought we'd pass that along there of what went on with so many.
I also like the part where he turned around and says, we are going to bring America back to being colorblind, and we are going to hold jobs open for those who qualify. I loved that colorblind part. No more of this, that.
Can you
We're
do the
Americans,
job?
And can you do the job? But we are Americans. We live here. We raise our kids here. We are one big family, and we've allowed a political party to come in and separate us out, and that is not us. In God's eyes, we are all brothers and sisters, and we should be acting like such.
It's who can do the job. I don't care what it is, how it is. That's the way it. Hey, we just got word Beverly Henson is closed today.
I'm glad I saw that earlier, and I forgot to write a note on there.
We got it now.
Yes, we got it now. Beverly Henson Daycare is closed.
We will add that to the list coming up. I got some snow pictures from Lafayette. Boy, a lot of snow, Odie. Look at this. We'll get this up.
What? That's measurable, too.
Yes, it is. So we'll get some Lafayette snow coming up in just a moment. Another thing that went on yesterday, it's been postponed for 75 days. And there is word I'm seeing this morning that it will most likely be sold to America.
Mr. Wonderful, Mike O'Leary, not Mike, is it? Anyway, from Shark Tank, he said, I've got the cash and I want to buy it. 51% of that has got to be an American company.
Well, Trump even made the comment of, hey, if it wasn't for America, this TikTok thing wouldn't be worth anything anyway. There's so many Americans on it.
Yeah.
It is big.
And that is hurting businesses, small businesses. If Kevin O'Leary, thank you, Bob. Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful. There's a lot of small businesses that
depend upon this.
TikTok. And it's huge, and you can't just wipe it down. I'm all for China not getting any more of pictures from us because they've already sent a balloon all the way across America. They've sent drones across America. We didn't have a Justice Department that would handle that. I think we do now.
Yes, sir.
But TikTok, it's a freedom of speech, and Trump's for freedom of speech. And I think we should keep it. Yes, I think there should be some rules where China does not have full control over it.
And I don't know, and this is just me talking out loud because I bump into so many of you on the street, and this is brought up to me time and time and time again, is how much foreign interest can own land in America. There's a lot of American soil that is owned by foreign countries. I don't know if that will be addressed or not. I hadn't heard anything
I think it
on
needs
that,
to.
but it does need to be addressed.
I think Americans only should own American property. Now, if you come over and you don't
become
have to
a citizen
and become a citizen, you can purchase property. Mexico's got some places that if you were not a native Mexican, you cannot own certain property. But if you come over here and you become an American, you learn the language, you go through the process, then you can join in and buy some property. But these other countries coming in, buying up cattle farms and all that.
Well, we've had so many cases of there'd be an Air Force base, and then right over here would be something that was suspicious.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see if any of this gets addressed coming up.
Didn't our state government,
we done something.
We did something right here. Jeff Tate and Steve Horn and, come on, help me out here.
Billy Adam
Calvert. They were all involved with it, but our state ain't turned around and said that can no longer happen in Mississippi.
And that's good. That's good.
Thank you.
And so hopefully we'll find out more of this on a federal level of where that's going to be going.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to give kudos to this. The kid is starting early, and I don't have a picture of it, but Barron Trump, who went out, and did you hear him see him do his daddy's traits? And he did go over and shake hands with Biden and Kamala. As a well wish.
Well, that's good. That's good.
He did do that. We'll be right back. More coming up with Scotty Ray and Odie. It's already 7:47 this morning.
Yeah,
still a lot to talk about.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church, and nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. If you need a set of gloves, go by and see them at Garrett's today. They can warm your hands up. And speaking of that, I literally, Odie, when I stepped out for the parade downtown yesterday, that first 3 to 4 minutes, it was cold. God bless everybody who walked in it, because it was a long walk and very windy and cool yesterday for the parade downtown. It turned out well. It was a great turnout. A lot of people was in it. And a big thank you for those. I got a lot of candy, too. I'll share.
You got some candy?
I stuffed my pockets full. Appreciate everybody doing that for us as we were there yesterday. Now, a couple of more things that I did notice that happened immediately. We are now out of the World Health Organization. We are also out of the Paris Climate Agreement immediately. And again, there's a lot of, you hear about it, and we hear that, well, it's great, but the United States is paying for both of these.
Yes.
Your tax dollars, to where other countries spend pennies upon the dollar if they give anything. If we join back up, it needs to be renegotiated as to what everybody spends. That's just the fair thing to do. Think of it as your checkbook at your house, and you've got somebody else got your checkbook telling you what you can and you can't buy. This is what this whole thing is about. You need a little money at the end of the month, and we're broke. Let's fix it. That's what it looks like it's headed toward.
Yeah, that would be, you know, NATO. That's something that he talked about his first term. I'm sure that's going to come back up. You know, who's funding what and why. I mean, look at the World Health Organization. All these other countries are eating healthy. They have outlawed all these particular preservatives because it is harmful to the people. And it's backed by World Health Organization. But yet we look at the World Health Organization and say, well, we're not going to listen to you, but we're going to pay you. And all these other countries are healthy, but yet we sit back and we line our pockets, or so it seems, for people to say, look, I make that preservative. Don't take it off the shelf. Here. And we say, okay, you can keep it.
I don't know if you noticed this also. It had to be cringeworthy if you were a former president sitting in that room yesterday and somebody standing up in front of everybody and said, well, you done a bad job. Every one of them, including George Bush, should have felt the wrath of what was being said. And it was done very elegant yesterday. I don't know if you caught the line to where we're headed back to Alaska with a sign, and we're renaming what it was originally named. Did you catch that?
I didn't.
Mount McKinley.
Oh, I did.
He was American president,
yes.
done so much. But Obama went, and I don't remember why he got rid of it. It seemed like it was some claim, and I won't get into that because I don't remember. But they're putting the name back to where it was because he did do a lot for our country, and that's what it was known as. So that's getting changed back. We do keep hearing, I don't know if it's really going to happen or not, the Gulf of America, maybe. That may be on maps as we get those coming out.
We're also going to see maps come out. New maps. Got to update because now we've got the Gulf of America.
That's what I'm talking about. And do we see the X, Canada?
Yeah, what do we, does Canada just have one black line through it and then America wrote?
I'm gonna lightly touch on this because I don't know everything about it that I should. I'm just gonna acknowledge that it did happen. We're not going to get in an argument with anyone because it's if you don't know all the facts, you can't argue correctly. 1,500 pardons did happen yesterday for the J6. Now, like it or not, they're going to be getting out. I do know that I personally saw, and I think most of us did, like it or not, you saw Capitol Police holding the door open for a lot of people to go inside. They were arrested. Could there have been some bad people in there? Absolutely. Do I think there was? And we did find out there were how many operatives that were in there? That
Pelosi's granddaughter was in there.
But how many agents was it that we found out?
Oh, it was a bunch.
20, 27. I can't remember the number. That did happen. But they're being immediately released for that. And again, there's going to be some that have problems with this. Again, I don't know a case by what each person done. But overall, I think it was innocent Americans that were there. They were invited in because I watched the doors be opened. We had one person that was shot, a female that was killed there that day.
Now, you got to remember now, Trump also said, hey, we're going to bring in some military to help. Oh, no. We don't want the military.
They didn't.
We can't control them. We've got our people up here at the gates that's got no. We don't want anybody that's going to really help.
And then it was very few. It was very few police there. Very, very, very few. Whatever the case is, and again, we don't know all the details. We do know that those people have been their sentences been cut. 1,500 of them. I think there's maybe 100 more that they're looking at. Seeing just how serious of crimes are charged with. We'll keep you posted on that. Somebody, when we early went on, made a comment, well, you didn't address it. We just hadn't had time to at that point.
I like getting on a cruise ship and going places. Even the sheriff goes on some cruises. He went on, Billy Solly.
Billy? Okay.
So him and Miss Solly just went on a cruise, and it's one that I really want to take. It'd be awesome, and that's the Panama Canal.
Oh, I heard about that too yesterday.
We heard about that one too. We look, if y'all not going to, that's ours.
I can only imagine in another country about then somebody was sipping some tea and dropped their cup.
Yeah, spit it all over the monitor and everything else. What'd he say?
We're coming to get it. You've been loaning it to somebody else, and that's not part of the agreement. Yeah. That's pretty strong because they've been charging us, and for something we spent. How many lives did he say was lost building that?
I forgot how.
It was a bunch.
It was a bunch.
So that's a few of the things that we know happened yesterday, not all that. And also on top of that, as we mentioned, those 1,500, there were 4 people that after they were convicted committed suicide. 4 people. Each one of those have gotten a full pardon from the President of the United States. And I'm not going to show their picture. I could of the 4 that did that, but they have been pardoned as well. They will go down in history as not being a criminal, and that's what drove them to it. They couldn't handle it.
That's good.
That's what we know at this point. Let's see here. Ed Martin is named D.C.'s interim U.S. attorney. He's going to be overseeing the case here with all of this. We'll see what becomes of it.
Todd said that was not him. He said he's not get on the cruise ship because they won't let him drive.
Really? Really? He doesn't go on them? I didn't know that.
Yes, he wants to drive the thing, and they won't let him. 38,000 deaths
it was a
Panama
bunch.
Canal. Man,
yeah, I appreciate you, Joyce, telling us that number.
Yeah, we had a couple of them on there. Tammy was on there. Joyce was on top of it. Drill, baby, drill.
I heard that statement.
We're going to bring back where America produces its own gas, and we don't need anybody else's. We've got it here. We've done it before. We're going to do it again.
And let me be clear on this. This is not, what we're talking about is not a Republican. It's not a Democrat side. We're talking about what is good for America. And we want everybody that's watching this to prosper, to be able to have a few extra bucks, $100 extra each week, maybe $200. Then it gets to be more to where you can do more for your family.
Why are we paying $3 for gas when we could be paying $2? Why are we paying $3 for gas when we're sending $2 of that back to a country that does not like us when we can keep everything right here in the good U.S. of A.? That's what we need to be to support everybody.
Let's be prosperous. Y'all think about this. Think of Christmas. And there's a lot of you, especially with young kids, that probably wanted to give your child something a little bit more, but you couldn't. Mm-hmm. Think about that, being able to do that. That's the opportunity that we're facing right now, to be able to do more for you and your family. That's what this is all about.
For some of y'all out there, it's an extra six-pack.
We'll be right back.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Welcome back, and you're right. I have gas was going on average about $2.30 something a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I paid $2.50, $2.55 one day this week. That new vehicle I got,
it
sniffs.
You're
gas
good if
stations.
you get it one time a day.
it's just like, give me gas. Remember the Kibbles and Bit commercial?
Yeah,
that's what it is about gas. Give me gas. But it'll fly. It'll get you there in a hurry. Speaking of, we had ended the show yesterday morning. I got a phone call and said, "They doing any remodeling up by the Daily Grind?"
Why, yes, they are.
As a matter of fact, they are today. If we look here, this is the situation yesterday morning. Wow, oh wow, oh wow! Just kind of parked it right there, backed it right on in.
And we giggle and all that right now. But no one was hurt. No one was injured. Everything came out great.
That's why we can giggle.
That's why we can giggle about it. Meridian Fire Department, Engine 7 showed up right there, full force, and made sure everything was good. Man, it's great. Meridian Fire Department is definitely
in case you wanted to see it come out.
Yeah, they were just wanting to clean the window.
Always leave a clean desk when you leave work. You never know when a truck will be in there.
Your sticky note might not be in the same place as it used to be.
You know, I think that's going.
It's going.
Leave a mark. Yeah. Oh, who's that? I've seen that fella somewhere before.
Once or twice.
I just don't know where.
So that Ford truck, let me tell you,
Tell me.
Ford truck, right up by the handle for the tailgate, there's a scratch, a nice little small.
Somewhere right up in here?
Yeah, right to the left of that, up where that little crossbar's coming.
Oh, right there.
In there. All right, the fender right down there, that's got a pretty good dent in it. The tailpipe on the right side, it's got dented. That's all that's wrong with that Ford truck. I feel better about mine. I mean, come on. Kevin, you're right. That will buff out. Now, the store's got a different story.
That's true.
But no, it wasn't a woman, Arnold.
In just a little bit, we'll load the actual video of when the store, and I meant to do it last night. I got caught up in weather. But we got the actual video of when the truck cranked up and went backwards. And let me tell you, because I had so many people going, well, how did it go so far in there? We'll show you. It was kind of like foot got stuck, and it just...
He did say that he went to mash the brake, and his foot slipped off the brake, hit the gas, and got caught in between the brake and the gas. He couldn't pull his foot out. He felt bad. He was okay. Everything was good. He was able to make a little likeness of it. You know, everybody did. It's one of those things. Accidents happen. We're just glad no one was in there at that time, and it was a slow day. Normally, you go by there early in the mornings, and JD is full, packing people full of caffeine.
That's right.
And yesterday it was not quite as busy as it was.
You couldn't get in there. And
yeah.
Fortunately. Hey, if you're standing in front of the Billy D. Williams Sheriff's Department, Billy Silas Sheriff's Department.
Billy D. Williams. So he's out singing and tap dancing.
If you're standing on the front there, just to the east, and I want y'all to visualize this, I'm trying to tell you where the fire was last night. If you're standing directly in front of the Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Solly's building there, to the right, if you're going toward Grand Avenue, in between there is a little street called Church Avenue. 10 o'clock-ish, maybe it wasn't that late last night. This would start to happen. A home fire, Odie. And let's just see here what Meridian Fire Department's doing. Let me click on this. That's a goner.
Wow.
Now, this is the road. This was the access, the old road that took you to the mall. Village Fair Mall, in between Grand Avenue, that little road there. And if you're coming off Grand, taking a right, going toward the Sheriff's Department, it would be the land on the right there.
Okay.
That's what that
I know
was.
what you're talking about now.
There was a fire not long ago that I went to that was out in the bushes there that the fire department put out 6-7 months ago. I remember well there. We did have a truckum break down out by MHP yesterday. It just kind of quit.
Ooh.
And this is what it kind of looked like there. MHP was on scene there. One of those where you need to bring along a mechanic. He just got his hand out the window there.
Yeah, he's waving at him. Hey, moving along.
I was just making sure it wasn't a California howdy, and I missed it. And it was. I did not take that actual picture, so it wasn't meant at me. I just want to point that out too.
So you don't know if he was or not.
Y'all get ready. This is coming. It's going to be. It will be easier to see at the red light. Is what it's going to be.
That's right.
The backhoe has arrived on scene. We were there the night that the car was stolen and crashed into this building, bringing a second car into the building. They were running from the law, basically. Hit somebody at the red light and crashed into the old seafood building. As you can see, the John Deere has arrived, and we'll be taking care of that.
Greg said he used to fish from that boat up there.
That's what I heard. Big time fishing.
Yeah.
Those are a few of the things that happened yesterday. And again, if you've got a closing we're not aware of. Odie, it's been a little bit. Let's go back and look at radar as we look at this just to see what's going on. Comments. And here is radar. Again, as we look at this, Odie, it's thin. It's what we've got out here.
Yeah.
Now, right out here, and again, this is going to be Collins, Mississippi. That's some serious stuff coming down.
Yeah, they're getting a little blanket going on.
We really don't expect any accumulation in the Meridian area.
Look out the window and you'll see it, but I think that's going to be about it.
Lisbon, Alabama, and again,
Todd's getting some snow out there in the middle of nowhere.
Right in there.
Junction City.
As you'll see here, we do have that winter storm warning that's to the east here. Pennington, you see that? It is getting worse there. And you in Mississippi here, winter weather advisory down where Todd is. Clark County starting to get a little bit, and as you'll see coming out of Taylorsville, it's going to be a little bit more come across Clark. Now, we could see some accumulation in Clark County.
I can see that, yeah.
Every model that I've looked at still shows that. Again, Lauderdale County, and I'm not knocking anybody for safety reasons, but I just don't see accumulation. I just don't see it, and I want to be upfront about that.
And the temperature, if temperature was the big thing because of water pipes and all that being the issue last night, tonight is really going to be an issue.
Did you hear about that 12?
12 degrees.
That's regular.
That's actual temperature. That's not feels like.
Yeah.
That's the actual temperature. 12 degrees. Could see a single digit for a couple of hours.
I'd hate to even think of what the wind chill will be tonight.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, 12, y'all think about that now. 12. Seriously, if you don't have something wrapped up yet, do so today immediately.
Yeah, and leave your pipes running. You don't have to have them on full blast, but turn it on. What about your water bill? I promise you, your water bill is going to be a whole lot less than that plumbing bill.
You're right. Layer your clothes, Teresa
Layer
said.
your clothes.
Bezos' wife's going to have a problem. She's going to get cold tonight.
Look, I've got my ball cap, but I've got a board meeting, and
I was wondering why you were so spiffy looking today.
I don't wear caps in a board meeting. I think it's respect, and so I don't want the ring around my head and all that stuff. So
you're saying I got a ring around the head is what you're trying to say?
Well, you don't have as much hair as I do. You and Greg don't have that problem.
Ruh-roh.
So it's just so I don't ring around the heady when I go in the boardroom and take my hat off.
All righty then. Do we have any birthdays this morning?
Woo, we got some birthdays. My buddy Mike Bowler having a birthday today. Happy birthday, buddy. Robert E. Lee from right here in Lauderdale County, 83 years young. Harriet Touchstone, 85. Jimmy Ekman, 56 years old today. Grant Honeycutt, my fault, missed your birthday yesterday. Turned 43 yesterday. Happy birthday, Grant. Shayna Love is 15. Sheila Daniel, 73. Rhonda Wilkerson's got a birthday. And Millie Baker, 5 years old today.
I want to bring up one more point before we close out this. I'm not being ugly. I just wanted to point out we got a little letter this week from the governor of Mississippi that said on Inauguration Day that we would raise our flags to full staff. As of this morning, they're to be lowered back down.
That's right.
In honor of President Jimmy Carter's passing, and they will remain that way till the end of the month, if I'm not mistaken. But during Donald Trump's inauguration yesterday, flags were to be flown at full staff. Big thank you to the Lauderdale County for handling that. At All Things County, I saw them raising. Matter of fact, I can just go ahead and show you what it looked like over at the new courthouse. $68 million worth of a flag there, but it's all the way up the flagpole.
It looks pretty. It
sure does. That's the way you do it. Odie, I got another picture I need to share.
From the other side?
Oh. Well, this is the City Hall. What, you notice anything in this picture?
The flag.
Yeah, it's at half staff. And what's that date down at the bottom?
Ooh, that was yesterday.
Well, they don't have to worry about lowering it this morning because, well, it was never raised. Just thought everybody'd like to know that.
It was cold. Maybe nobody wanted to get on the roof.
Let's see, the Doughboy Monument was not. The Meridian Police Department was too cold to go outside and lower the flag either. Proclamation was put. Maybe you agree with that, and maybe you don't. I did. Again, today, flags will go back half-mast to honor Jimmy Carter. Just thought y'all should know what went on in the city yesterday.
And he needs his honor, but so does the office of the president.
That's correct. What's the mayor's name here?
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. If y'all see him today, thank him for that. Jimmy Smith, up at this building right there. All right, we need a good word to close out the day, Odie. What do you have for us? Have you looked one up?
No, but I hit it on here and it says, find the word, and it sent us to Psalms 119:11. Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. Boy, I tell you, the hardest thing in the world is to go throughout the day without sinning, because we all do. We're human, we're sinners, and that's something that we have to deal with. But as long as we go to the Lord and ask Him to build us up from our sin, forgive us from our sin, and be with us in our heart, that we may live with Him and for Him, whew, boy, I tell you, our whole world would be so much better.
It would be.
Let's look at this new start as a new day and bring God in and pray for each and every one of us. We're all Americans. We're all brothers and sisters. We're here together. Let's live like one. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow. Is what, Wednesday? Hump Day.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold. Be careful. Be safe. And remember, we love you.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.